Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to What Shall We Do Next. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about a dream that I had just a couple of nights ago, and it scared the actual poop out of my butt. It was really scary. Not really scary, but it was kind of just eerie, and it made me feel scared when I woke up. Like, it was a very scary thing to experience, even though it wasn't really that scary when it comes to like telling the story. Just a little FYI, in case you're wondering where Annabelle is, because she's usually sitting right here, right guys? Well, that's because she escaped. So she's got to be around here someplace. Can't keep that girl in here. But anyway, this dream I had the other night. What is kind of weird is that I wasn't particularly in a very scary mood that night. I wasn't really watching anything too scary before I went to bed. But it was just like a normal, I guess you could say, a pretty normal, happy night. Well, those two words do not belong in the same sentence. If I have a happy night, it is definitely not normal. A normal night for me is having a manic episode, crying, panicking about the future, dwelling on the past. Oh, yeah. But this was a relatively, I guess you could say, mid, like the kids say these days. It was a midnight. Not midnight. Well, yeah, okay. Oh, can't do anything without getting distracted. But what I do think happened here was because of the painting, the haunted painting that I have. I think maybe everything that I learned about that painting and like having the little anxiety that I've had since owning it, I feel like maybe that manifested into this dream, because in the dream, everything that I would typically expect to happen in your house with having a haunted object happened in this dream. In a realistic sense, not even like tables getting thrown across the room and me getting possessed or anything like that, but just actual weird, creepy, like very eerie things that I could imagine to happen. So in the dream, I was, for some reason, my uncle's 3-year-old son was in my dream too, and my whole family was there actually, but from what I remember in the dream, like my family was sitting in like the family area, like the living room, and my cousin? He's only 3, so it feels weird calling him a cousin, even though he technically is, but I feel like he's more of a nephew or something. It's weird. I think because of the big age difference. But anyway, he was walking up the stairs in my house. Like, the family room was just relatively normally lit, and like my family was just in there. There was quite a lot of people in there, I do remember that. And I was going up the stairs, following him up the stairs, because he's only 3, so he walks in front, and somebody has to, like, he can go up the stairs by himself, but somebody usually has to go behind him to make sure like he doesn't fall or something like that. So I was kind of doing that in the dream, except what I do remember was that we were walking up the stairs into darkness, and I didn't really think that was creepy at the time. And he didn't seem scared at all. So by the time we get to the top of the stairs, he goes into my bedroom. Now, I follow him in my bedroom, and I go to turn on my bedroom light, and the bedroom light would not come on. That was when things started to get a little creepy. I was looking into my bedroom. It was totally pitch black. Like, you could just see the silhouettes of, like, room furniture and stuff like that. You could just see that kind of stuff. And he goes, like, toddling into my room like a little kid, not scared at all. But because the light wouldn't come on, this is when I started to get a little freaked out. So I stand there, like in the doorway, looking into my room, just kind of scoping it out, and I do notice something on my bed. Now, I have my bed up against the wall, and I noticed there's the silhouette of a person. It's as if they were stood on my bed. I couldn't see a person standing on the bed, but what is the bed in real life? There was the silhouette of a person right above that, and I couldn't see like the connect. I couldn't even see the bed. I could just see the because the walls are like cream white. So I could see the silhouette of the person, but they were like higher up. So it was as if this person were standing on my bed in the corner, like up by my pillow, the very far corner. As soon as I see that, I freeze. My uncle's son starts to walk into the room, like he's toddling in there, like having a good time, even though it's dark and scary. So I grab him, and I'm like, "Come on, Jack, let's go," because his name's Jack. That's not a fake name. But I'm like, "Come on, Jack, let's go," because I remember feeling really scared and freaked out. Like, I could see this thing standing there in the corner of the room, just the silhouette of a dark shape of a human, and the lights wouldn't come on. And so obviously things were going a little downhill, like things were getting creepy. So I grabbed Jack, and I remember, and I feel like this is something I would do in real life in that situation. Normally people would like run and scream like, it's a nightmare. Like in my dream, I remember remaining calm, grabbed him, and I was like, "Come on, let's go, let's get out of here. Let's go back downstairs," like that kind of thing. Just trying to, I guess, not acknowledge this entity that was in my room, because I feel like when you acknowledge it, it's kind of like running from a dog. It's gonna come after you. If you notice it and start screaming and run, it's gonna like do the demon attack. And I feel like the same thing as like running from a dog. They say just like stay calm, back away, don't show any fear. And I guess that's what I was trying to do. I don't know whether it knows that I saw it, but it was like obviously there for me to see it. It didn't attempt to hide in any way. But I just didn't want to show it fear because I was scared, like out of my mind. But I didn't want to show that because I didn't know how it would react, whether it would do the thing that Annabelle did to Janice in Annabelle Creation when she says, "Can you help me?" And then Janice says, "What do you want?" And then the little girl turns around and is like, "Your soul!" And that's when she attacks. I didn't want to do that because that would have been horrible. So I just acted as if I didn't see it. I did not acknowledge it. I just grabbed Jack and walked him down the stairs again. Got to the downstairs where all my family were sitting, and I said to them, like, something's wrong. And the kitchen light wouldn't come on either. I remember trying to turn on the kitchen light, and it would come on, but it was like flickering. And it was like very dingy, and it was just like flickering real bad. And I remember saying to my grandparents were there and everything, and my grandpa came into the living room shortly after me. He came in and said, "There's something wrong with the lights in the kitchen." And I said, "Yeah, I know, I just noticed that too, like it wouldn't come on, it was just flickering." And my whole family were in this room. It was weird. It was like, that never normally happens unless it's like Christmas or something, like there was kids playing on the floor and stuff like that. But then the phone started to ring. Now this is where it got even creepier because the phone was ringing and my grandma was picking up the phone and she was saying, "Hello, hello," and I'm standing waiting to like take the phone from her, and I'm saying, "Who is it?" And she's like, "Can't hear anything. Hello?" And repeatedly the phone would ring and ring and ring. And I answered it a couple of times, but there was no voice coming through. It was just like the phone was like going berserk. It was just weird. Like there was no voice at the other end of the phone. The phone was just ringing for no reason. The lights weren't working in the house. There was like just little things like that. This weird shadow figure standing on my bed. Yeah, it was just really creepy. And I woke up feeling very anxious. I woke up actually really early, so it was still kind of dark outside. Felt really anxious, a little bit scared to like look at the painting because the painting is in my bedroom. So I was a little worried about like opening my eyes and looking at that because I could have sworn something was like wrong in the room. But yeah, I guess, I don't know, maybe I was just like overthinking the painting and it just came into a dream that like my house is now haunted like this, which is like pretty realistic stuff. Like I would expect that kind of stuff from a haunted item being in your house. Like the lights start to mess up, the phone rings by itself, like there's like shadow people in the corner of the rooms and stuff. Like that is typically what I would expect. So maybe because I've been expecting something in real life because of this painting, maybe it just happened in a dream. Or maybe the painting made me have the dream. I don't know. Realistically, though, there hasn't really been much activity. Talked about this to you guys a few days ago. But that painting, there hasn't been much activity at all that I would blame on the painting. Just the usual stuff. Just the usual, like, things getting thrown around at night, bumps in the night, stuff like that. Getting my legs tickled as I'm walking up the stairs by a weird demon behind me. But that's always been there, so that's not a problem. It's not new. So that's not the painting's fault. But yeah, I hate those dreams where it's like super eerie. It like ruins the rest of your day because you feel like you're exhausted. You've had no rest because probably I was like this all night. Maybe even screamed a few times. I don't know. But I can imagine I didn't sleep too good. I probably didn't even enter the REM stage. So I was very exhausted the next day. But yeah. That's pretty much it. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section, have you ever had a dream about your house being haunted? Smash a like on the video, and I'll see you right back here in the next one. Peace out, and chase your dreams.